Hi dears, welcome to today's session on simple machines. One of the most repeated topic in NDA, UPSC examinations, Navy, NDA, Air Force. In these examinations, these topic questions are coming regularly. So that is the reason it is a most repeated topic. Simple machines. What are simple machines? A simple machine is a mechanical device. What is that? It is a mechanical device. Sorry, before we are going to see the MCQs, I would like to request, please, we have to know some basic concept related to this topic. So, with your permission, I would like to take few minutes before starting this MCQ series. Thank you. So, what is simple machine? A simple machine is a mechanical device. It is a mechanical device that changes direction. It changes direction or magnitude of the force. It may change the direction or it may change the magnitude of force. So, in fact, it is a device which is used to do a work with less effort. In general, they are the simple mechanisms. They are the simple mechanisms that use mechanical advantage. That use mechanical advantage. This mechanical advantage we call leverage. What is that one? Not leverage. Leverage. We call mechanical advantage. We call leverage. Simple machines, mechanical advantage we call leverage. It is crucial to note that simple machines do not create energy. See, simple machines they do not create the energy. They work simple way by conserving energy. They work on the principle of conservation of energy. See, this is the most important thing in simple machine. They are conserving energy. Based on the principle of conservation energy, simple machines are work. So here we have two different types of machines. One is about the real machine and another one is called ideal machine. Before I'm moving to the concept, I would like to discuss these two things also. What is real machine? In reality, some energy is lost. Some energy, for example, this is a system. To this system, some energy is supplied, Q is supplied, and output energy is out, Q out. How much you supplied and how much it is coming out, they are not equal. Q input is greater than Q output. Energy what you supply to system, it's not converted to output in equal manner. There is something lost while coming into output. So that is the reason input energy is greater than to the output energy, and this type of the machines we call reality machines or real machines. Coming to here, it is related means what? Related work output. Beta. It is related to work output. Coming to ideal machine. What is ideal machine? Ideal machine, how much you supplied work, how much work input you supplied, and the same work will be output. Here, work input is equal to work output, and this is called ideal machine. In ideal machine, don't confuse. Regarding to the work, in terms of work concept, input work is equal to output work, and these machines are called ideal machines. They are called ideal machine. Coming to real machines, input work is greater than output work. Here it is equal, here it is differences. So that is about the ideal machine and real machine. And related to this topic, few words also, few terms we need to recall. One is called load. What is called load? The resistive, the resistive, the resistive force to be, the resistive force to be overcome by machine. Resistive force we call load. Resistive force to overcome by machine. So the resistive force to be overcome by the machine is about the load. And next one is about the effort. What is that? Effort. Effort, double F, effort. The applied force, sorry, the problem with stylus. The applied force required to overcome load. See, previous one is what? The resistive force to be overcome by the machine. Effort is nothing but the applied force required to overcome by load. Previously what? By overcome by machine. Here it is overcome by load. Remember that concept. And one more word, that is about the mechanical advantage. It is represented by MA. Mechanical advantage. It is a ratio between load by effort. Velocity ratio. Velocity ratio is opposite to this one. Velocity ratio is nothing but that is about distance traveled by the effort, distance traveled by the load. What is that? The ratio of the distance moved by the effort to the ratio of distance moved by the effort to distance traveled by the load. This is called velocity ratio. Previous one is what? Load by effort is nothing but MA. Remember, these are very essential terms in terms of in the perspective of NDA examination. Mechanical advantage is L by E. Velocity ratio is about dE by dL. dE is nothing but distance traveled by effort. dL is nothing but distance traveled by the load. And one more term, it is about the efficiency. Efficiency generally we represent by eta. Efficiency is nothing but MA, mechanical advantage by velocity ratio into 100%. This is about the concept of efficiency. Concept of efficiency. Output to input. Okay, clear? These are some terms related to the simple machines. Okay, without wasting time. Simple machines are basic mechanical devices with few or no moving parts that make work easier, changing the direction or magnitude of force. They provide a mechanical advantage, meaning you can apply less force over a greater distance to accomplish same amount of work. See, simple machines are used to do a work in easy way, in less time, with less effort. There are six classical machines. There are six types of simple machines. One is about the lever, and this you know very well. When we have like when tied panchar time, that pancharist means the mechanic he used to use a lever to uh, remove the tube from the wheel, and that by placing some levers. So that is about the lever. Lever is a bar that pivots around the fixed point that we call fulcrum. Lever is consist of fulcrum. It multiplies force or changes the direction. So it is multiplies force or changes direction. What are the examples of lever? Lever, seesaw, crowbar, scissors, wheelbarrow. These are nothing but examples of the lever. See, this is most important topic. You have to focus to get more marks. So these are the examples of the lever. Coming to second device, the second simple machine, that is about the pulley. A grooved. See here you can see the simple machine, that is of the pulley. See, this is, so this pulley, a grooved wheel with a rope or chain. See, like in parallelogram experiment, we may saw this condition. So a grooved wheel with a rope or chain, it changes the direction of force. Multiple pulleys will help in increasing mechanical advantage, providing more mechanical advantage. So what are the examples of pulley? So that is flag pole, crane, elevator. Even elevator is example of the pulley. Flag pole, crane, elevator. Coming to third one, wheel and axle. A wheel attached to a smaller axle, rotating the wheel turns axle with a greater force. See, you can use the cycle. There is a small wheel and bigger wheel, or you can see your motorbike also. There is a small wheel. There is a large wheel. Like not, you can, okay, by simply consider bicycle. You can see. So you can also see these simple machines here figures. So this is about the wheel and axle. Coming to fifth one, that's about the a ramp road used to load heavy box into the truck is an example. See this, sorry, that is simple one. Inclined plane, we are using inclined planes. We are one of the condition inclined planes. One type of the simple machine, you can see inclined, by using the inclined planes we can able to move the object from higher order to higher altitude to low altitude to the higher altitude. That's the use of the inclined plane. Coming to the fifth type, wedge is nothing but two inclined planes back to back. It converts force into spotting or cutting action. Example: axe, knife, chisel, and doorstop shovel. See, you can see these are nothing but the wedges. They're easy to cut the things in a simple way. And coming to the, these are the sometimes six one is about the school. Like that, we have six classical simple instrument, that is lever, inclined plane, wedge, screw, and pulleys, wheel and axle. These are about the six simple instruments. Okay, my dears. So without wasting time, I would like to go with the first question. Which the following is not considered as one of the six classical simple machines? So simple machines are what? The six classical simple machines are, just now we discuss here, lever, that is about lever, pulley, wheel axle, inclined plane, wedge, and screw. There is no gear. So your answer is about ultimately your, a gear is a compound or derived mechanism. A derived mechanism. Okay, clear? In defense application, gear appears in the tanks and aircraft but are not simple machine. This is a complex. It is a compound and complex gear. Okay, the answer is gear. Coming to second question, a crowbar is, see these are example, lever examples you can see here. This is about the wheel and axle, and this is all about the pulley. Simple machines, effort, load, and fulcrum. This is about the pulley, sorry, wheel and axle concept, wheel and axle. This is of the pulley, and this is of the inclined plane. This is about the wedge, like you know very well when we are cutting the wood or trace, you are using this technique only. And this is about the screw. So now here force is applying here. So with the help of small support we are removing this stone, and this is called as fulcrum. Sorry, this is lever. Case lever, again we have case 1, case 2, case 3, we will deal that one. And this is about the effort. By using this one we are rotating this one, so that is the reason this bucket is moving up. And here also we are applying some force, that is your bring means you are using the rope, so that's why bucket is coming out from the well or water. This is about the inclined plane, you are pushing and your load is applied. And this is about the wedge, now both sides is a load applied. So these are simple machine examples. Simple machine example like lever, wheel and axle, pulley, inclined plane, wedge and screw. These are examples of this simple plane. Okay, coming to second question, the crowbar is used by soldier to pry open doors or crates is an example of. So here, what is that one? Crowbar is example of class 1 lever. How? Just look here. Generally, if F is middle, that is called first class lever. L is middle, that is called second class lever. And E is effort is middle, that is called third class lever. So here we have three different types of the class 1, class 2, class 3. Fulcrum is middle, that is called class 1. Load is middle, that is called second one. If the effort is middle, that is called third one. Okay, we will see that one. So here the answer is about crowbar used by the soldier to pry open doors or crates is example of class 1. In class 1 lever, the fulcrum lies between the effort and the load. A crowbar provides mechanical advantage for prying, useful in field, useful in field, engineering and combat situations. So coming to third, you can see here a lever. Fulcrum is middle, so this is about the load and this is about the effort. So you can see here load, effort, fulcrum. Coming to question number 3, mechanical advantage of single fixed pulley. What is the mechanical advantage? That is mechanical advantage MA by mechanical load by effort. Load by effort. This is MA equal. So here that is always equal to 1. It's always equal to 1 single pulley. That is a single fixed pulley only changes the direction of the applied force and but does not multiply force. It is commonly used in flag hoisting, ship rigging. So flag hoisting time we are using this single fixed pulley. So here and its mechanical advantage, that is load by effort, is equal to 1. How much load, how much load, that same thing we have. So that is the reason it is equal to 1. Coming to question number 4, the ramp used to load heavy artillery or vehicles into a track is example of. So as we know very well, this inclined plane we are using like in showrooms or big shopping complexes or somewhere we are able to see this type of the inclined plane to move the goods or to move the transport things in a without any risk, in a simple way. We to do a work in simple way we are using a ramp. So ramp is nothing but inclined plane character. It reduces the force required by increasing distance over which the force is applied. Mechanical advantage is equal to length of the slope by height. Length of the slope by height. That is about the mechanical advantage. Here, the ramp used to load heavy artillery or vehicles onto a truck is an example of link inclined plane. Question number 5. So I'm don't worry, I will complete. See, you can see here. This is about the inclined plane. Coming to question number 5, a screw jack used to lift heavy military vehicles operated on the principle screw jack. As you know very well, whenever your vehicle, when you are going to a tour, sometime we miss this situation, the wheel is burst or something, that time the wheel is going to replace. That time we are using a small simple machine that we call lever. What we call that we call as what we screw jack, sir, that we called a screw jack. Your question is what? The screw jack is used to lift heavy military vehicles operate. So how the screw jack is works? This is the question. So screw jack is works on inclined plane wrapped around a cylinder. So rotational effort is converted into linear lifting. See, it is just like this. When we are turning like this, and this is increasing its length. So rotational effort changed to linear lifting, and this we call inclined plane wrap around a cylinder, and this is the principle we are using. See, just remember, when we are rotating like this, the wheel is increasing linearly. This is the principle is used in screw jack. Coming to question number 6, the blade of a compact knife or an axe primarily function as blade. That means like when we are hammering the what we call wooden blocks, we are using wedges. So not wedge. A wedge is a two inclined plane back to back. Two inclined plane back to back convert downward force into sideways splitting force. So here the blade of compact knife or an axe primarily function as a wedge. Coming to question number 6. A steering wheel in an around vehicle or aircraft is an application of wheel and axle. See, not inclined plane, not screw, not levers. It's all about wheel and axle. Effort applied to the larger wheel produces correct torque on the smaller axle. This gives mechanical advantage in direction control. So you can see wheel and axle. Coming to the next one, question number 8. In class 2 lever size wheelbarrow used for carrying communication. So here in wheelbarrow, load is between fulcrum and effort. So here class 2 levers always have mechanical advantage is greater than 1, making them useful for lifting heavy loads with less effort. Heavy loads with less effort. See, these are all instruments we are using in defense. So that is the reason this chapter is most repeated one. Okay, these machines are useful in industry, defense sector. So here, wheelbarrow is a class 2 lever. Class 2 lever is nothing but load is between effort, sorry, load is between effort and fulcrum. Effort and fulcrum. So this is question number 8. Question number 9. Which simple machine is primarily used in a block and tackle system? Blocks are not black, it's a block and tackle system and naval ships. So in naval ship to tackle black, to block the system or to tackle the system, what machine we are using? See, that's about the pulley, not incline, not wedge, not screw. So here the answer is pulleys. Systems are movable and fixed pulleys. Movable and fixed pulleys we are using, and that is about multiple pulleys increase the mechanical advantage, allowing sailors to lift heavy loads like anchors or cargoes with a less effort. See, the naval department they are using pulley to lift the heavy objects in simple manner without heavy effort. Question number 9. Stairs in submarines are bunkers are practical form. Stairs in a submarine or bunkers are a practical form of. What is that? That's not wedge, not screw, not lever. That's about the inclined plane. See, that is, they allow ascent, descent over a longer path with a less T-force, through more steps are required. So here, that's about the 10th one is the inclined plane. You can see the figure. Uh, Less effort, the less, no need to carry from here, simpler just rolling. That's better. Here also we are playing, not in childhood days you played that one. Okay, question number 11. A battle opener or a nutcracker used in a military rations is usually for what? That's about class 2 lever. Bottle opener and nutcracker is about the class 2 lever. So that is how class 2 lever, that's about class 2 load is between fulcrum and effort. This is about the class 2. Okay, clear? Then 12th one, the mechanical advantage of an inclined plane depends mainly on. So that's about not weight of the object, number of wheels not, angle of friction is also not. It is simple one. That is about length by height. So that's about longer length of the slope by higher by height. So that's about ratio of length of the slope to vertical height. So coming to 12th one, so 13th one, a chisel used by engineers for shaping metal or wood works. And the principle of what? It's about the wedge. It concentrates force to split or cut materials. So that's about the wedge. Coming to 14th one, in a wheel and axle, mechanical advantage is given by. That's about radius of wheels by radius of axle, radius of axle by radius of length of the wheel, wear of the load by effort, radius of axle by radius of wheel. So your answer is about that's about the radius of wheel by radius of axle. Larger wheel radius provide greater torque. Torque tau equal to what? R cross F. See, radius wheel by radius axle. Larger wheel radius provide greater torque for the same effort. Question number 15. You can see the figure as a wheel and axle character. A component machines like bicycle, rifle, bolt, action combines. That is only one simple? No. Only one lever? No. Only pulleys? No. Here it is about the compound. Clearly mentioned in the question. It's about the compound. Compound is nothing but several simple machines. So bicycle uses wheels, axle, pulleys, levers, so that it is a compound machine. So these are simple machines. So just now you can see, just now we discussed already. Okay, coming to the 16th one, a single movable pulley provides mechanical advantage of single. That's about the single pulley will provide. That is to it multiply force but require pulling the rope twice the distance the load moves used in cranes rescue operations. Single mobile pulley mechanical advantage is 2. Question number 17. Where are the following? Okay, I will go quickly, don't worry. Which is the following statement is correct about simple machines? So simple machines, that's They create energy. Which of the following statement is correct about they create energy? They violate the law of conservation. They increase the total energy. So here, so to make work easier by trading force for distance or changing direction. So simple machines are used to change the magnetic direction and force magnitude. So your answer is B. And question number 18, a doorknob combined with the latch mechanism involves. That is not only a lever, only inclined plane, only pulley. No, it's about wheel axle, screw, wedge, and elevator because it's a compound. Am I right? The compound. See, a doorknob combined with the latch. See, doorknob and latch both we have two things. So two machines. So it is about the complex. That is about the wheel and axle plus screw or wedge element. In a military bridging or ramp construction, the main advantage using an inclined plane is what is that? Reducing distance traveled? No. Increasing speed of movement? No. Eliminating friction completely? No. Reducing required force at the cost of increased distance. So this is the right answer. Reducing required force at the cost of increased distance. So this is the work. This follows the principle that work remains same. And here question number 20. In class 3 levers such as tweezers or human forearm as what we have is about mechanical advantage greater than 1? No. Mechanical advantage equal to 1? No. No mechanical advantage. No, this is also right. So your answer is mechanical advantage is less than 1. It increases speed and range of motion but requires greater effort to do certain tools. So your answer is mechanical advantage is less than 1, where in class 3 levers. Question number 21. Where simple machine converted rotational motion into linear motion most efficiently. That's about you can take the screw when we are rotating it is move into the forward direction or deeper into the wall. So that is screw. So used in vases, shacks and drills for strong holding lifting power. So your answer is 21st word is screw. Question number, see you can see screw. While we are rotating the screw that is moving in advance. Question number 22nd. The fulcrum in a pair of scissors is positioned such that it acts as what is that? Class 1 lever. Fulcrum is what? It is middle. So that fulcrum is the middle, effort is the hurdles, load at blades. So it's about the class 1. Coming to, you can see the figure. And 23rd one, in ideal condition, there is no friction. The efficiency of simple machine is what? It's all about 100%. No friction, so that is the reason 100%. Efficiency is what? Work output by work input into 100%. That's about the efficiency. And question number 24. Used for chopping wood in field survival combines. So that is about what? So annex used for chopping wood in field survival condition, and that's about the lever and wedge. Your answer is handle act as lever, blade act as wedge. This is a compound. Annex is one type of the machine used in chopping wood in field survival combines. Question number 25. Consider the following. Change the direction of force, multiplying the force, increase the speed, reducing speed. Which one of the above can be simple machine achieve? So See here, look. There is question. Longer distance, not shorter distance. So here, simple machines can change direction, multiply force, increase speed and range, but they cannot reduce the total distance in any way that violates work conservation. So that your answer is that is wrong. So 1, 2, 3, that is changing the direction of force, multiplying the force, increasing the speed. This is all about the story related to today's session. Thank you.